Good afternoon, students. So we are back with another video. So today in this video we are going to discuss the consumer equilibrium, and this consumer equilibrium is according to the your cardinal utility approach, okay, or you can also call it the marginal utility analysis, okay. So first we will understand what is equilibrium in economics. So the term equilibrium is frequently used in our economic analysis. So equilibrium means a state of rest or a point of no change, okay. So it is a point, okay, or a position of rest where the consumer is getting the maximum satisfaction, okay, and the consumer doesn't want to move out of that point. It is a point of rest, okay. So a consumer is said to be in equilibrium when he does not intend to change his level of consumption. So because the consumer is getting maximum satisfaction from that, okay. So that is the consumer equilibrium. So consumer equilibrium refers to the situation when consumer is having maximum satisfaction with limited income and has no tendency to change his way of existing expenditure. So whatever minimum income the consumer is having, with that minimum income the consumer is having maximum satisfaction and has no intention or no tendency to change his or her way of existing expenditure. So the consumer has to see, if a consumer is buying any commodity, the consumer has to pay a price. So he cannot buy or consume unlimited quantity, isn't it? So as per the one thing is that the consumer cannot buy the unlimited quantity, and as per the law of DMU, diminishing marginal utility, like you know that utility derived from each successive unit goes on decreasing. So at the same time his income also decreases. So whatever income, suppose a consumer is having income and consumer is using that income, so the consumer will be left out with the lesser income. His income also decreases. If the consumer is purchasing more and more of units of a commodity, the income also decreases. So a rational consumer always aims to balance his expenditure in such a manner so that he or she gets the maximum satisfaction with minimum expenditure. So when he does so, he is said to be in equilibrium. At that point the consumer is said to be in equilibrium. So after reaching the point of equilibrium, there is no further incentive to make any change in the quantity of the commodity purchased, okay. So that's why that is the consumer equilibrium. So consumer equilibrium can be discussed under two situations, okay. So consumer, when number one situation is when consumer spends his entire income on a single commodity, and number two is when consumer spends his entire income on two commodities. So consumer equilibrium can be discussed with reference to two situations. In one is in a single commodity, another is a two commodity. So first we'll start with the consumer equilibrium in case of a single commodity. So in case of single commodity, the law of diminishing marginal utility can be used to explain consumer equilibrium, okay, in case of single commodity only. Therefore whatever assumption we have discussed of law of DMU is taken the assumption of the consumer equilibrium in a single commodity. So a consumer purchasing a single commodity will be at equilibrium when he is buying such a quantity of that commodity which gives him maximum satisfaction. So whatever price the consumer is giving, from that price the consumer is getting the maximum satisfaction. Then that point the consumer is said to be in equilibrium in case of single commodity. So the number of units to be consumed by the consumer of any given commodity depends on two factors. One is the price of the given commodity and another is the expected utility, or you can also call it the marginal utility. Obviously this is in general also. When we are buying any commodity, single commodity, it depends upon two factors, that is the price of that commodity and another is the satisfaction or the utility that we are getting. So to determine the equilibrium point, consumer basically compare the price, or you can also call it cost of the given commodity with the utility. Obviously we as a human being, we also do that, isn't it? Whenever we are buying, we compare the price, and with that price, by putting that price, how much satisfaction we are getting. So a rational consumer, he will be at equilibrium when marginal utility is equal to the price paid. So as a rational consumer, he or she will be in equilibrium when marginal utility of that commodity will be equal to price. So whatever price we are getting, it should be equal to the marginal utility that we are getting. So we know that marginal utility, as you know, is expressed in utils, whereas price is expressed in terms of money. So however, marginal utility and price can be effectively only compared when these two are stated in the same units. Therefore, marginal utility in util is expressed in terms of money like this. Marginal utility in terms of money equals to marginal utility in utils divided by marginal utility of 1 rupee of MU. 1 rupee, that is MUM. So MU of 1 rupee is the extra utility that is being obtained when additional rupee is spent on another good. So as utility is a subjective concept, it varies from person to person. It is assumed that a consumer himself defines the MU of 1 rupee in terms of satisfaction from the bundle of goods. So that's why the marginal utility of 1 rupee is the extra utility derived when the additional rupee is spent on the other good. Okay, so in this way this is converted like this. Okay, so now the equilibrium condition. So consumer in the consumption of single commodity, say x can be any commodity, will be at equilibrium when the marginal utility MUX, marginal utility of commodity X, is equal to the price PX, price of X, paid for the commodity, that is MUX equals to PX. So a consumer, whenever consuming single commodity, will be in equilibrium when MUX equals to PX. So what if this is the equilibrium? So what will be the case if this equilibrium is disturbed? If two situations we are going to discuss. Number one is if MUX greater than PX. So this is not the equilibrium point. If this happens, then how the equilibrium will be achieved? Okay. So MUX greater than PX. That means the consumer is not in equilibrium because he is buying like he goes and buying because the benefit is more. The utility is more than the price or the cost. So as he buys more, so suppose the consumer is buying any commodity and where the utility is more, that means the consumer will start to buy more and start to consume. At once the consumer start to buy more, the MU of that commodity will start to fall, as you know, because of the law of operation of diminishing marginal utility. So when MU will start to fall, and it will fall up to the point till the equilibrium is restored. So when MU becomes equal to price, the consumer gets the maximum benefits and it is in equilibrium. So MU will fall and will start to fall till the equilibrium is restored. This is the one case. Another is the similarly when MUX less than PX. So that then this situation also the consumer is not in equilibrium, as he will have to pay as he have to reduce the consumption of commodity X to raise his total satisfaction because utility is less. So in this case the MUX will fall. So MUX will MUX is less than PX. So consumer in order to raise the satisfaction, the consumer will increase. Consumer will not consume commodity X, and when consumer is not consuming commodity X, the MUFX will increase. So it will increase and increase up to the point where the equilibrium is restored. So this is how the equilibrium, if it is disturbed, the consumer will come back to the equilibrium by adjusting in this way. So this is the consumer equilibrium in case of a single commodity. Okay, so the consumer equilibrium is expressed in this schedule, and this is the diagram. Okay, so in this diagram what you can say is MUX, as you know, it is sloping downward. Okay, indicating that the marginal utility falls with the successive unit of commodity X due to the operation of your law of DMU, isn't it? So PX is horizontal, that means price is fixed, okay, as ₹10 per unit. So from the given schedule and diagram, it is clear that the consumer equilibrium will be achieved at point E. Okay, at point E, where at point E your MUX equals to PX. So the consumer will not consume 4 units of X, the consumer will not consume 2 units of X. So consumer will consume only the 3 units of commodity X, because at 3 units the consumer is in equilibrium. So it can be concluded that a consumer in the consumption of single commodity, say X, will be in equilibrium when marginal utility from the commodity MUX is equal to the price paid to that commodity. So the equilibrium condition can also be expressed as MUX by MUX, marginal utility of X, divided by marginal utility of money equals to PX. Or you can also write MUX by PX equals to MUM. Okay, so in this way we can come to the conclusion like equilibrium can be expressed like this. Okay, so this is about the consumer equilibrium in case of a single commodity.